Welcome to the class 12 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter human reproduction. In my previous video, I started the male reproductive system, and I have discussed the how this whole male reproductive system is categorized into three main categories, which are the primary sex organ, which consists of the testis, one pair of testes. Next come the secondary or accessory sex organs, which constitutes the epididymis, seminal vesicle, vas deferens, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, urethra. These are the main ones. There are a few very small others. And lastly, the external sex organs, which constitutes of one penis and the scrotum. Okay, so in details we have discussed scrotum, which is a muscular pouch like structure, and it has a deeply pigmented skin, and it has two compartments which consists of one testis each. And why scrotum is outside the body, all these things we have learned from scrotum. After that we have talked about testis. Then we have done epididymis and vas deferens. So I hope these portions are clear to you all. Next we will move on to the rest of the parts of the male reproductive system, and then we can move on to the female reproductive system. Okay, so let's start. So in my previous video you have seen this diagram, and I have talked about scrotum, testis, epididymis and vas deferens. So I hope those parts of the male reproductive system are clear to you all. You know about the location, structure and function of these parts. Now let's move on to the next parts. Next we have the seminal vesicle. You can see it here, marked here, and these are the seminal vesicles. These two small gland-like structures are the seminal vesicles, and a pair of seminal vesicles are present there at the end portion of the vas deferens. Okay, now what is the function of the seminal vesicle? Basically, they do not store the growing sperm, but what do? They basically act as accessory organs, and they act as an activator. They activate what? They activate the sperm, and so that after being activated by the seminal vesicle, by the secretions of the seminal vesicle, the sperm can attain maturity. And also the seminal vesicle secretes a thick alkaline fluid that mixes with the sperm to form semen. You all know what is semen. Let me write it properly. Semen is basically a fluid-like structure which consists of sperm and other secretions from these different glands like seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland. We will discuss about these two other glands just after this. So basically semen is the mixture of sperm and all the secretions from the different accessory glands of the male reproductive system. So I hope seminal vesicle is clear to you all. Moving on to the next one is prostate gland. You look towards this side of the diagram and you can see the prostate gland, and this portion is the prostate gland. Okay, now similar to seminal vesicle, prostate gland is also an accessory part of the male reproductive system. They themselves do not take direct part in reproduction, but they help in the process of reproduction. So what is the location of the prostate gland? This gland lies around the urethra. You can see that this part is the urethra, right? So around the urethra the prostate gland is located, and exactly where? At the base of the neck region of urinary bladder. So this is the urinary bladder where the urine is temporarily stored, and then the urine will be excreted out of the body through the urethra. We all know this. And around the urethra, at the base of the neck of the urinary bladder, the prostate gland is located. Now what is the function of this gland? It is more or less similar to that of seminal vesicle. The secretion of this gland makes the urethra slippery for easier discharge of sperm. So what happens? Basically this prostate gland, this outermost covering dark yellow part is the prostate gland, and it secretes some fluid. Discharges are secreted from this prostate gland, and and they are secreted where? Within the urethra. Okay, and what is the usefulness of these secretions? They make the inner tube-like portion of the urethra slippery, so that the sperm within the semen can be discharged easily, can go out of the body easily. Okay, and this secretion also acts as a nutritive fluid for male gametes, just like seminal vesicle. They provide nutrition to the growing sperm. The secretions of the prostate gland also provide nutrition to the growing sperm. Okay, so I hope seminal vesicle and prostate gland are clear to you all. Next we come to another gland which is not marked here. The name of the gland is Cowper's gland. Okay, so let me write the name here. It is Cowper's gland. Okay, so it is not drawn here, it is not thus labeled here, so I will draw the Cowper's gland here for you. It is basically located right here. Okay, on two sides of the urethra, right below the prostate gland, the Cowper's gland is located. It's a very small P-shaped structure, as means even smaller than these seminal vesicles. So they are located right below the prostate gland in this small location, and again their function is to secrete thin milky fluid, so that the urethra, obviously these prostate gland and this Cowper's gland that I am talking about, they are present on either side of the urethra, right? So the discharges, the secretions out of these glands will get inside the urethra, thus making the urethra slippery for easy discharge of the sperm. Okay, so I hope these three glands that we were talking about, the seminal vesicle, the prostate gland, and lastly the Cowper's gland, I hope these all are clear to you all. You have to learn the functions and locations of these three glands very well, and they're important for 1 or 2 marks question. So this is all about the important parts of the male reproductive system, their locations and their functions, and let's continue with the next part of this topic. So I hope you have understood the total structure of the male reproductive system. You have learned the different parts of the system, their location and their functions. And before moving on to the function of the whole of these male reproductive system, let me give you one information. This is about the protective covering of testes. Now every major important organ in our body has a protective covering outside it, just like our heart has a pericardium, our brain has a meninges. These are protective coverings of these major organs of our body, right? So similarly, testis also has a protective covering around it, and it has 3 layers. Okay, now we will learn the name of the 3 layers of the protective covering. First one is tunica vaginalis. Number 2 is tunica albuginea. And number 3 is tunica vasculosa. So these are the 3 layers of the protective covering of testes. You will need to learn the names of these 3 layers, and now we can move on to the function of the male reproductive system. So I hope these things you know. The main functions of the male reproductive system are 2. Okay, what are they? Obviously the first one is spermatogenesis, that is the formation of sperm, and next one is the formation or the production of the male sex hormone, which is testosterone. So these are the 2 most important functions of the male reproductive system. Other functions include transfer of sperm from the testes to the urethra to the prostate gland and all that. Those are the part of the process of spermatogenesis. So the two main functions of male reproductive system are spermatogenesis, that is the formation of sperm, and the other one is the formation of the male sex hormone testosterone. Okay, so I hope you have understood the male reproductive system in details. In the next video I will move on with the female reproductive system. Okay, thank you.